was if you look at Nollywood, you will actually say that Lagos is the capital of Nollywood in some sense because the major part of the workforce is here. And if you come to Lagos, you could say that, 60 to 70% of the workforce live on the mainland. And we are kind of concerned that with that amount of young people and creative force on the mainland, you don't have a creative hub on the mainland. And we felt that that's not good enough because if you look at the people working on music, people working on movies, working on sound editing, they are basically the same age grade. They are peers. So if you can create a hub where they can collaborate, it will actually make it easy for us to actually harness talents, work on synergy, and then be able to create something that will last much longer. And so that was the plan that we were conceiving to say, look, we need to solve this issue of having an entry point or, a converging point or somewhere that somebody comes from the airport right now and you're flying into Nigeria and you're going to Nollywood. You land at the airport, where do you go?
Now, there seem to be like 3 sets of professionals in relation to the monies released by the Bank of Industry. We have the studios that the filmmakers have to work with. We have the filmmakers themselves who have been, who receive funds, to fund a particular project. And we also have the marketers. Tell me how you all work together in terms of returning funds to the Bank of Industry. How does the entire process work?
I think what the Bank of Industry has done is to come in and see how they can make sense of a very chaotic environment. And honestly, I have tremendous respect for them for venturing into this because banks by design are guided by due diligence. And presently, if there's one thing Nollywood is lacking, it's the inability to pass a due diligence. So they are coming in, it's more like that first step towards bringing some sense of sanity into what needs to happen. People now have to understand they need to register a company, they need to pay their tax, they need to have some structure around what they are doing. So I give BOI big kudos for even venturing into that.
Have you ever imagined a time when you could apply for and get a loan from the comfort of your bedroom? Or prayed that the processing time was shorter? Well, it is now a reality with the fast and swift Bank of Industry real-time online loan application initiative. The BOI online loan application portal is designed to deliver access and convenience to prospecting SME customers by ensuring that applicants need not have to physically visit the bank. Applicants simply have to submit all necessary documents via the online portal with the liberty to select their preferred BOI state office wherein their applications will be processed. How it works? Simply search keyword Bank of Industry and download our mobile app from Play Store for Android users, BlackBerry App World for BlackBerry users, and Apple Store for iPhone users. Click on the Apply button. Click on Register to register your account. A verification link and tracking code will be sent to your registered email address. Click on the verification link to facilitate login. Once logged in, you can complete your application, submit, and click on Continue to start tracking your loan application. An email will be sent to your email address confirming receipt of the application. With this initiative, BOI has reduced its loan application and processing turnaround time. Start applying for your loan right away. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
you share with me what you've been able to do with your own funds?
What we did with the funds we got from our fund was specifically meant for equipment. So we had to invest in cameras, in lenses, in rigs, different gears, and then we have to drones, and then we also have to invest in post-production facilities. We already have some things, and the new things we don't have, we had to buy it. So today we can boast of a full sound and a full video post-production facility.
So now that you have all the equipment, tell me about the projects that you're working on.
Honestly, it's massive because each day we are looking at it, and for us, maybe because of the way we've always worked as Afrinolly, we try to look at opportunities and we try to see what we can do with it. When we started, this thing was first conceived more like a rental kind of stuff. You rent the equipment to the people, but we are beginning to find out that it's actually much more than that. Because we are having people from outside the country who are interested in working in Nigeria now coming to work with us. They are trying to, because they understand the facilities here, and then they come to us. So that kind of opportunity wouldn't have come without the support of BOI.
What's the term of your loan and how are you doing with repayment?
As of today, our repayment is fully done. We are not owing, we are not defaulting on any of our repayments. So, and it's a business. From the onset, we've always known this was not a grant. It's a loan. So you got to work hard to actually repay, and it's a good loan to start with. I mean, so Bank of Industry for us it's a group we want to stay very close to. I remember the first time I walked in there, one of the things I told them was that I like your Hall of Fame, and I'm looking forward to when Afrinolly will be on that Hall of Fame. Because if you have a Bank of Industry willing to provide you facilities at the rate at which you are doing it, then as a business, the onus is on you to ensure that it works. You understand? Because it's a risk on their part, but then it's a risk that has a lot of huge rewards when we make it work. So we are happy today. We are not defaulting, and so all the interest that I do, we are paying back their interest. Is it easy? It's not. But again, there's nothing. You won't be in business if you're looking for easy. Okay, so it's about working hard and prioritizing how you spend your money.
Now let's talk about the conditions under which you got the loans. Tell me about your experience now having to deal with people at the Bank of Industry. What was the entire process from the first day you walked into the Bank of Industry till the day you got that handshake?
Bank of Industry is not different from other commercial banks. Banks are banks. Basically, for facilities of this nature, you're going to deal with three aspects of the bank. And so the first set of people you deal with are the product and development and marketing team, who are usually the nicest of all, because you're going to create a product together. They want to know about your business. They ask questions. They come and inspect what you're doing. They see your people. They see what you've done, and then they make assessment, develop the product, and then be able to submit it. For me, those are the nicest and the easiest part of the bank. But the moment you go past that, you now start dealing with the bunch that won't even want to see you. And that's the legal and the risk management. Now, those ones are like, they're like, their eyes are covered. They don't want to see it. So they only think in a particular format. So if they say they need a bank guarantee, you better bring a bank guarantee. So those processes, there are no, those parts of the bank are not there to, they're not the feel-good part. They are the hard part, But then I think that's also what helps them to screen down to the right set of people to actually do business with. So if you ask me, yes, we encountered those three aspects of the BOI, and each one lived up to their expectation. The product team were very exciting, happy, and then nice to work with. the legal and the risk management behaved exactly the way they expected to do. You know, they made life difficult, but then that's what they are there for to do. You know, they are there to look at the rules and then to draw the lines and enforce certain things. Sometimes you find it painful, but that's their job. But we all get along very well, and that's why the facility was approved.
Mr. Chike Madrigbuna, thank you for coming on BOI Weekly.
Thank you. I mean, the pleasure is mine.
Nigeria records post-harvest losses and wastages annually in the agricultural sector due to limited processing and preservation capacity. This results in high food prices and food importation, with its attendant effects on the nation's foreign reserves. To enable Nigerians optimize the benefits from the country's vast agricultural products such as cassava, oil palm, rice, tomatoes, and others, the Bank of Industry has launched a 5 billion naira cottage agro-processing fund, the CAP Fund. Customers can access the fund to establish plans to process our various agro-produce into food products or intermediate raw materials for industries at a single-digit interest rate of 9% per annum. For more information on the CAP Fund, please visit www.boinigeria.com/capfund. Bank of Industry, developing Nigeria's agro-processing industry through the CAP Fund.
That's our package for today. If you are one of the creatives, you can benefit from what the Bank of Industry is doing in the Nollywood space. Contact the Bank of Industry through any of their outlets nationwide. Otherwise, visit their website at boi.ng. You can also apply for a loan online. All you have to do is download the BOI SME loan app from the Google Play Store. Tweet at me at KAY Alayande for more information. I'm Kayode Alayande. Bye now.